Hello my friends, it's Krebs here, and it is time for another World of Tanks gameplay. Whoa, what the hell happened? What happened there? I think I just passed puberty. Yeah, it's time for another World of Tanks gameplay. Nebu's out in his Tog 2, Toggy, and I'm in my Churchill 7. Seems like every replay that we do, or gameplay, Nebu's in his Tog. And this replay it's a good one, because although it's watching myself play, I think it's gonna really take into consideration how Nebu plays, especially later on when I end up dying in this gameplay. So I'm teaming up with Nebu at the moment, and there's two reasons why I prefer teaming up with people. Okay, one, it's more fun teaming up with any people. Generally speaking, you can say that about any game, you know, multiplayer over single player. And two, because generally speaking, when you're going out into a platoon or teaming up with others, you have a higher likelihood of success. You are on the same line, well, should be, unless you're counterproductive. You should be on the same line, you should be competent, and that's how I'm like with Nebu. We both understand each other, we know how to make things work. It's like a relationship almost, and that's why I prefer playing with Nebu when I possibly can. So I'm out in my Churchill 7, Nebu's in his Tog. We're the highest in the match, tier 6, and no complaints whatsoever. I'm so happy to actually get into a match like this one. I'm especially like in a Churchill 7, hard to penetrate tank. I'm top of the tier, you know, happy days for me. Good rate of fire, good penetration, especially when tanks go onto their side, like this VK that's going to happen in the second tier. But I want you guys to notice what I'm going to be doing here, and it's not perfect. You're going to notice this much more when Nebu comes into play. But look at how I'm angling my tank. Alright, interesting fact. Nebu actually doesn't use his front armor anymore. And how do I know that? Because here's a clip of him actually saying it.
I mean, I stopped using the frontal armor on my tanks. I started using the side armor on extreme angles.
Apparently Nebu doesn't actually use front armor anymore. He likes to use extreme angling side armor sort of shots. And I think that's actually one of the hardest things to sort of master. You have to think of it as, you don't want to angle your tank so that it turns into like a flat block, so that they're going to be hitting a wall essentially. You want to angle it so that it's around, what, a 70-degree angle, I think, if I remember correctly. You have to get around a 70-degree angle before it turns into ricochet, automatically a ricochet. So you have to have the armor pointing outwards and away from your opponent, not towards them. So SU-100, absolutely owned right there. I hope I'm seeing that right, because my screen is always small. VK went down. I think my map's actually bigger as well. Is it, or am I making that up? I have no idea. I think I'm hoping that the map is bigger. It's not, is it? I'm making stuff up. Krebs is speaking absolute trash. Stop speaking trash. So our team is going down. It looks okay. It looks okay at the moment. You know, 10-10. We have the same number of guys live, but here comes the KV-1S. Yeah. I got destroyed, okay? I didn't have the HP to match, and there was another tank destroyer on the side. I think that was like SU-122 or something like that on the side. And I got wrecked. So here comes Nebu, right? I'm saying to Nebu during this TeamSpeak chat, I'm telling him, Nebu, okay, you're about to die. Our team is getting screwed over. They have the KV-1S coming at you. How are you going to get around this? He's like, no, it's not over yet. And I'm like, really? But knowing Nebu, he's honestly Grandmaster. What he's doing right now, he's aiming for the artillery at the back, rather than the tanks to his side. And lucky for him, these tanks are actually bouncing off of it. Can you believe it? A Tog 2 with such light armor? It's easy to penetrate a Tog 2. You can penetrate from any angle. He aimed for that artillery first. He was telling me because it's the highest DPS. Well, not DPS, but highest damage per shell out of anything. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe KV-1S might be able to compete. But look at what he's doing. Extreme angles. How is he approaching the situation? Not by turning around the corner. Look, see? Look at those extreme angles. He's just so good, isn't he? He's really so good. So he's the last one on our team. And I'm gonna spoil what happens now, but he ends up dying because he wants to go back to our base to defend over there since he's such a slow tank. And he ends up getting flanked by the enemy VK. And he ends up dying. So, you know, sad to see that, but man, he's good. He is really good. I should show you guys his stats or something, but, you know, his efficiency is very high. His win rate, like 61%. A crazy good guy. What an honor. I know it sounds really cheesy, but what an honor to see that. Can you guys apply that to your team? To your, not your team work, but your actual own work to yourself? Yeah, go for it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, this is Krebs, and I will catch you all later.